Is it true that Jungkook's emotional wounds from the past have resurfaced after witnessing what seems like unfair treatment of his fellow BTS member, Taehyung, during military service? Many fans are asking this question, especially as silence from their agency, HYBE Entertainment, continues. This situation, involving two of the most beloved BTS members, has attracted not only the attention of ARMYs worldwide but also industry insiders, media outlets, and even members of the South Korean military community. Lately, tension has been brewing over reports suggesting that Taehyung, who is currently fulfilling his mandatory military duties, may be receiving different, possibly harsher, treatment than his fellow BTS members. These alleged differences include a stricter work schedule, emotional isolation, and more intense conditions. Some insiders claim Taehyung is being excluded from typical social interactions within the unit, and despite his naturally calm demeanor, signs of emotional and physical exhaustion have been noticeable in his public appearances and handwritten letters. This has deeply concerned fans, but perhaps no one more so than Jungkook. His reaction, particularly during a recent livestream, stirred further speculation. He made a cryptic remark that many interpreted as a subtle call-out to HYBE, sometimes the ones you trust the most do nothing when you need them the most. This brief but powerful statement shocked fans and seemed to suggest disappointment with the agency's silence or inaction regarding Taehyung's current situation. For years, HYBE has cultivated a reputation for being proactive and protective whenever BTS members faced controversies or false rumors. But now, their absence in defending Taehyung, at least publicly, has left fans confused and hurt. Unlike in the past, there have been no clarifying press releases, social media posts, or even vague shows of support. This unusual silence has sparked speculation that Taehyung may no longer be among HYBE's top priorities, especially as his solo career has leaned more toward personal artistry than commercial promotion. For fans who followed BTS from the beginning, the emotional bond between Jungkook and Taehyung is no secret. The two are not just bandmates, they're close friends who have leaned on each other through the pressures of fame and the challenges of growing up in the spotlight. Jungkook has even credited Taehyung in past documentaries as someone who made him feel less alone during difficult times. Now, seeing his friends seemingly struggling while their shared agency remains passive, Jungkook is likely grappling with frustration and helplessness. This isn't just fan speculation. Some in the Korean entertainment industry have pointed out Jungkook's increasingly independent behavior in recent months. He's been managing projects more autonomously, interacting more with personal staff rather than relying on central HYBE management, and rarely mentioning the agency publicly. This shift has been interpreted by some as a quiet protest or a sign of internal disagreement, particularly concerning how Taehyung is being treated. One anonymous industry insider commented, "Jungkook is loyal. But if he sees someone he loves being mistreated and no one is doing anything about it, he won't just sit and watch." This perception of Jungkook as someone who prioritizes justice and loyalty over silence fits what many fans already believe about him, not just as an artist, but as a person. It's important to note that tensions and politics behind the scenes are not uncommon in the entertainment world. However, when a globally influential group like BTS is involved, especially two members as emotionally significant to the fandom as Jungkook and Taehyung, the impact is amplified. According to some observers, HYBE may currently be in a state of transition, trying to rebrand or shift its focus following BTS's pause as a full group. In the process, they might be placing less attention on individual members who aren't commercially aligned with their new strategy. Unfortunately, if this is the case, it might explain the agency's apparent disinterest in publicly addressing Taehyung's alleged struggles. For Jungkook, this may feel like betrayal, not only by the agency but by the very system they helped build together. The resurfacing of past emotional wounds seems understandable under these circumstances. It's not just about current pain, it's about the history they've shared, the loyalty that has been tested, and the silence that now feels louder than any statement could be. There are even rumors among fans and some media outlets that Jungkook might eventually take stronger action, perhaps speak openly or express his disapproval in a symbolic way. If that happens, it would show a side of him the world rarely sees, not just the global pop icon, but a man willing to stand up for a friend, even if it means going against the grain. It would reinforce that Jungkook's values go beyond the stage, into the realm of integrity, courage, and love. But amid the whirlwind of speculation and emotion, a deeper question remains: are fans seeing the full picture? Or are we letting our love for BTS cloud our ability to interpret events objectively? It's possible that Taehyung is simply enduring a particularly tough period of military service, much like other soldiers, but because of his celebrity status, every detail is magnified. Likewise, Jungkook's statements may be deeply personal, not necessarily aimed at the agency, but we interpret them as protests because we're emotionally invested in their bond. HYBE's silence, too, might not be from neglect but a calculated effort to avoid further tension or protect the members from unwanted attention during a sensitive time. The agency could have internal strategies or military-related limitations that prevent them from speaking openly. As fans, we must ask ourselves, are we helping the situation by demanding explanations, or are we adding fuel to a fire that might not burn as hot as we think? This is not a simple case of right or wrong. It's about understanding complexity and resisting the urge to form conclusions based solely on emotional reactions. We all love Jungkook and Taehyung, but that love must also come with patience and trust, especially when we don't have all the facts. In the end, only time will tell what's really happening. When military service is over and they return to the stage, the truth, whatever it may be, will come out. Until then, the best thing we can do is support them both quietly, with faith, and avoid jumping to conclusions that may cause more harm than good. So, fellow ARMY, ask yourself, are we fighting for truth, or are we reacting to fear and love mixed with uncertainty? Are we protecting Jungkook and Taehyung, or are we projecting our pain onto a situation we don't fully understand? Let's be wise, patient, and ready to listen when they are ready to speak.
Close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways.